let's jump straight into the first thing that we've got to deal with. As you might be aware of, Blake has been really keen to try and get Louise Upston on the show, the Minister for Disability Issues. And we all know exactly how well that this government deals with media requests. And I mean, we are officially media. It was in the news this week where what they called a podcast, which I might get put up on like one of those really fancy little prestige movie poster things, just, Paul the other one, and the BFG Podcast, a podcast with the little laurels around the side. Could be kind of fun. So this actually came in today for Blake. It is a letter from Louise Upston, which I'll read out to you now. It says, "Dear Blake, thank you for your email of 29 August 2024 regarding the recently announced changes to the Disability Support Services, or DSS. I understand you have concerns around what these changes will mean for the disability community. I want to assure you the government is committed to the Enabling Good Lives, EGL, vision and principles. I want the best outcomes for the disabled community and their families and those who care for them, and the government is focused on maximising this support. I want to make it clear that there have been no funding cuts. Disabled people will get the support that they need. The coalition government is aware of how vital disability services are. Budget 2024 allocated additional funding of 1.1 billion over 5 years to the Ministry of Disabled People, Whaikaha, for critical services that support disabled people, families and carers. I know that urgent action is needed to stabilise the system and ensure disabled people and carers have certainty around what they can access. The changes I have announced are about improving disability supports and knowing that we have a system that is fair for all who get support and that people can feel confident about. I hear your request for consultation. I will be taking advice from officials on options for a consultation and engagement strategy with the disability community and DSS stakeholders as we work through building the consistency needed in a national service. I have asked that the consultation includes opportunities for disabled people, tangata whaikaha Māori, their families, whānau, and carers to provide input. Thank you for taking the time to write to me. I hope my response provides you some assurance that this coalition government is determined to build fair, sustainable, high-quality disability support systems that deliver better outcomes for disabled people based on their needs. If you'd like to pass me details about your podcast, while I might not be able to appear on it, I would like to give it a listen," which I think is a brilliant, absolutely brilliant thing to have on there about her wanting to listen. Now, Blake has actually given me a statement as well that he wanted me to read out tonight. It says here, "I am delighted to have heard from the Minister today. This is a really positive step in our journey towards advocating for the disabled community. I hope she will fulfill her promise once we sent her some samples of the podcast. We endeavour to have the remaining disability issues representatives from the other bodies and political parties on the show in the coming weeks, in which I hope to be well enough to return for." So that is the update that we've got for you. Louise might not be on the show, but at least she's paying attention to some of the voices within the disability community, or saying that she's willing to listen to some of the voices in the disability community, which is definitely something that we want any government ministers to deal with and to listen and to pay attention to.